Hey, it's Kenny. It's time to do some more camping. I'm currently just driving across the bridge over the Siuslaw River and heading into the town of Florence, Oregon. Going to head up Highway 126 and turn off and camp at Whittaker Creek Campground. It's a Forest Service campground. Doesn't have any hookups, water and electric and all that good stuff, but it is a wonderful place, great environment. So come along with me and check out Whittaker Creek Campground. We're going through the tunnel. Turning off Highway 126. Here we are at the entrance to Whittaker Campground. Half of the campground's on one side of Whittaker Creek and the other half is on the other. I'm on the outside half, going across this temporary bridge that they take out in the fall. Here we are at my campsite. Just look how green and lush everything is this time of the year. It's awesome. I made it to my campsite at Whittaker Creek. I've camped here twice before, and I really like this place. It's kind of a boondocking place because they don't have a water hookup or electric hookup, and there is no dump station, but that's okay. They do provide a nice level spot to park your trailer, a fire pit, and a picnic table, and the environment here is awesome. We are away from the main highway. There is no traffic noise here. There's a little creek here, Whittaker Creek. Cell coverage, I had one bar, and I did get a voicemail from my wife. It's a little bit overcast, and it sprinkled a little bit on the way up here, and it sprinkled a little bit while I was setting up. But the weather forecast for the future is looking really good, so I'm looking forward to 3 days of camping here. Yep. Just had a tuna fish sandwich for lunch, and I don't know, really don't have anything specifically special planned for this trip, but we'll see what happens. I do have my portable fire pit, so I will be using that this evening. Let's go for a short walk down by this bridge. It's only like 100 feet or less from my campsite. This is a temporary bridge. It's in like 3 sections. They just set it in here somehow or another. I don't know how they do it, but in the wintertime the creek gets a lot fuller, so they don't want the bridge to wash away. I was talking to the camp host, and he said Saturday 2 days ago we had a big rainstorm and the water was going over the bridge. But it's not doing that today. It is pretty here though. Oh, I might as well just walk around part of the other part of the park here. There's I think 31 campsites in here. It's really turned off nice and sunny right now. Well, I don't know if you can hear that. It is raining. I was hoping to use a little bit of solar this afternoon, but that has gone away. So I got the generator running out there for a while. It's time to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner this evening, so I'm going to look through a few of my things I brought with me and figure this out. Well, dinner was alright. Cooked up a little bit of hamburger, mixed in some beans and some olives and some seasonings. It's an impromptu, I got on hand type of thing, and steamed some veggies. So it was good. Didn't take any pictures of it, but wasn't necessary. It's still sprinkling a little bit out here, but it's not bad. still have hope for tomorrow. It's supposed to be a lot better tomorrow weather-wise. We shall see. I got my awning. I ran the generator while I was making dinner. Gotta say, having a generator is a huge bonus. I wasn't getting anything on solar earlier. It's all overcast. But it sure is green and lush here. I put out my solar lights. I don't think they're going to charge up today. Hopefully tomorrow. They're just getting wet now. I have two sets. They're the same each. Bought at different times though. A little while ago there was a hummingbird out here looking at me. That was pretty cool. It's nice and quiet out here. This is what I like about camping. There we go. It's a while later and now we've got blue sky. Yeah. Well, now that it has stopped raining and we got some blue sky, let's all go for a little walk. Look at that tree. Amazing. Wow. Pretty cool. They have a footbridge that goes across the creek here. Wow. This is pretty cool, this one. Yeah. We are headed back to the trail. Well, that was a nice walk. Let's light up the portable fire pit. It comes in this handy carrying bag, and I've got everything in here. Actually, I bought that big disc there at the dollar store. I thought maybe I could use it to cover it up after I've used it and it cooled off. It's got 3 legs on it. They just flip down. It's got these lava rocks in it for, you know, ambiance. I bought this extra hose that's 18 feet long that screws right into the fitting on the fire pit, and then the other end has this quick connect that connects into the auxiliary outlet on the trailer. Let's light her up. Watch your face. Now we can sit by the fire. So the next day I had a couple errands I need to go do in Florence, so I left and went into town for a little bit. On the way back to the campsite, I decided to stop at a Lane County campground on Highway 126. It's called Archie Knowles Campground. It's a pretty nice campground that's well taken care of, that's for sure. I believe it has 9 campsites, and they're not very expensive, but it is really close to the highway. There's a lot of highway noise there and everything, but it is a beautiful spot. It's right along Knowles Creek. I haven't camped here before, but probably sometime in the future I'll give it a shot. I have a geocache here, and it's been here for over 10 years and been found over 250 times. So I thought I would stop and check on it, make sure the log sheet wasn't full or needed any maintenance or anything like that. It turned out to be in great shape, so there really wasn't anything I needed to do. But next is a lesson in being aware of what's going on the road before you pull out. Oh my God, there's somebody passing. He's coming straight at me. Time to get off the road. That was close. A couple more seconds, and when I pulled out, I would have had a head-on collision with that guy. Scary. Don't do that. Next, I pulled off of Highway 126 at Lenzlaw County Park. It's a wayside where there's restrooms. There's also a boat launch here, and you can, have a picnic and all that good stuff. I was going to see if I could find a geocache that was here that I hadn't found before. So I went and looked for it, and I did find it, but I didn't film any of that, but I did take a few pictures of the area. The park is right on the Siuslaw River. Later, back at camp, I just relaxed through the afternoon, sat out in the sunshine. I actually read part of a book. It was nice. It's been a good day today. I didn't really do a whole heck of a lot, but it's been very relaxing. We'll have a fire later after dinner. It's always easy when you can turn it on and turn it off. I like it so much. And there's no smoke. And probably cheaper in the long run if you have to buy the firewood. It's dinner time. We're having chili burger. Simple to make. Hamburger buns, some chili, and some cheese. Well, the next day I decided to go do a little exploring and go in this big loop around the countryside and see what I could find. Starting from the campground, I went down Highway 126 and then by Fern Ridge Lake over to Highway 36 and then a back road that goes from Highway 36 back over to Highway 126. It was probably a 3 or 4 hour drive. Stopped at a lot of places along the way. This is at Fern Ridge Reservoir. This is Richardson's Point boat launch. There's also an RV campground here and a big day use area. This is Highway 36. There's a lot of farming out in this area. There's a couple of unusual things out here. They actually grow Christmas trees out here on some of these farms. And there are some wineries out here too. That's pretty cool. I'm stopping at this little day use area park. I thought I'd try and see if I could find a geocache here. It's a big log. I'm just out for a simple drive today. Thought I'd stop at this little roadside county park and go find a geocache. It's not too far away. It's next to the highway over here and a couple hundred feet. The description says it's pretty easy, so I'll go with that. Well, we're getting close. Hanging on a big tree is the clue. Guess we'll go down here and take a look. Oh, walking around in them nettles. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. This was put out in 2020, and we all know what was going on in 2020. All right, get my name on this log sheet. That was a good one. I really enjoyed finding that one. Well worth the stop. So it's really pretty country out here. Next stop is going to be Triangle Lake. I pulled into the public boat launch here at Triangle Lake. It's going to stop and take a little bit of video. Thought we'd stop at Triangle Lake for a bit. Take a look at the lake. There's a lot of private properties around this lake. Not too many places where you can actually access the lake except like at the boat launcher. There was a gentleman here at the same time I was. He was launching his kayak. It was a really nice fishing kayak. Had an electric motor and all kinds of goodies on it. It was really, really nice. I was impressed. I gave him a hand. He needed a little bit of help there. I held onto the rope so it wouldn't float away while he was launching it. Really nice guy. Easy to talk to. We had a nice conversation. He said this was the second day he has gone out fishing on the lake. It's a really nice lake. Beautiful day to go out there too. That's easy. Have a great day.
Thanks. Thanks for the help.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, let's get back on the road, see what else we can find. Some other place we can stop at. Well, I've moved farther down the road here. I'm now left Triangle Lake and we are on Triangle Creek. I believe it's called Triangle Creek. And we're going to go for a little walk down to what they call the slide. There's a big rock slide where the water goes lickety-split down it. I know people come down here in the summertime and go swimming and slide on the slide and all that good stuff. So let's go take a look. On down the stairs. Well, let's head on down the road a little farther, see what we can find. We are now leaving Highway 36 and have turned off on Stagecoach Road, which is a forest road that connects back up to Highway 126. It's basically a one-lane winding road. It goes along the Sayusla River and the railroad tracks. This is a brush clearing crew. They're working on a lot of different roads around Oregon. It's kind of an endless process. Stuff just keeps growing and they have to keep cutting it. There actually are a few residences back here along the way, here and there. How would you like to meet somebody on this little one-lane road? Cliff on one side, cliff on the other. Speaking of meeting somebody, that is the postman there. How would you like to drive this route? There are some little bridges along the way, and you get to cross over the railroad track multiple times, sometimes going underneath the railroad track. It's an interesting drive. And before we get to the road that goes back to the campground, we get to go through a covered bridge. A one-lane covered bridge. And then it goes under the railroad tracks, and then under Highway 126. And our loop is almost complete. We will be back at the campground. All in all, this was a fun camping trip for me. I had a great time. I hope you had as much fun as I did coming along with me on this trip. So, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.